What is going on? I'm out here in the desert of southern Utah, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how to sharpen serrations with the Worksharp field sharpener. I'm going to be sharpening these Veff Serrations on the CRKT folding knife here. You can sharpen smaller serrations using that smaller ceramic rod there. As you can see, you can rotate the ceramic rod. There's different sides of it. We're going to start with the coarse side. You're going to basically follow the grind pattern of the serrations. You don't actually have to, but also it's important that the right angle is used, and there is a little bit of a ramp on all sides of the Worksharp field sharpener. It's a guide ramp to help you, but I'm pretty familiar with this thing, so I don't really need to use the guide ramps. And you kind of get to a point where you just know the right angle the more you use the Worksharp field sharpener. So yeah, with the coarse, you do a few passes on each side with each serration, and then you switch to the fine side of the ceramic rod. And as you can see, I'm kind of using like these aggressive stroke patterns. Like, for me, I find this to be the best way. You kind of like go slow, and then you kind of go a little faster, just to make sure you're keeping the angle right. So that's why I'm stopping, and I'm kind of readjusting every so often. So if you've ever used a Worksharp field sharpener, then you kind of know that this is not your typical order of operations for sharpening a pocket knife. Normally you'd start with the diamond plates, and then you go to the ceramic rod, but for this we don't have any diamond plates that would exactly fit the serrations, so we're just using the ceramic rod, which actually works much better than I originally expected. So I could say we got both sides of the serrations with both grits on the ceramic rod. Now we're going to switch to the strop, and yes, I do have 2000 grit stropping paste on the strop, which is kind of important for this step. And as you can see, I'm using just the side of the strop here, right on the corner or the edge of it. And as you press fairly hard on the strop, it kind of bends over and it forms to the arc of the serrations. So that is also pretty important. And these first few passes, I'm actually pressing pretty hard. This is part of the sharpening process. We're not actually stropping it yet. I mean, technically we are, but we're kind of not, because we're using the grit to polish the edge. As you can see, the more passes I do, the more the strop kind of has this bent, curved edge on the corner, which is pretty important for getting in the curvature of the serrations. And we are going to be doing anywhere from 7 to maybe 15 passes per serration on both sides. And that is with applying some light pressure, and then after we're going to switch to the actual stropping. And the whole point of stropping is to completely remove the burr from the edge, which is why we're pressing much lighter on this phase. You can actually completely sharpen the serrations with just the strop and some 2000 grit paste, maybe a different grit, maybe some like 1000 grit, depending on your needs, but it can be done depending on how dull the serrations are. I don't actually use these serrations a whole lot. I was just kind of showing you for the purpose of this video, but they were pretty dull beforehand and they could not cut paper. I did test that. Alright, and as you can see here, I got the edge of the serrations fairly polished to the point where the grind lines right on the edge are starting to disappear. Kind of surprised by that. Like, the strop with the 2000 grit worked pretty well. Then here I am testing the sharpness with some receipt paper, which I think it sliced through pretty well, I think. And yeah, don't worry, I did not litter. I picked up those pieces that I dropped on the ground. And this knife is pretty sweet. It's one of the first folding knives that I got that actually got me excited about the whole knife collecting hobby. Several different methods of deployment, and one of them being the pocket deployment, which I'm showing here, and also just messing around a little bit. Don't forget to check out my channel, hit the subscribe button if you want to see my future EDC content,